It's week 15 of the 2026 season, and we'll get to see the Eagles rock it on quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Eagles and the Ravens under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. They'll return this from the 11th. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one. After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and mandatory.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Raven first down. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll look to throw. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Slot man in motion right. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. Ravens sending the punt team out there. Back deep, it's Trey Tucker. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by their rookie quarterback, a day 3 pick in the draft this past April.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Here's 2nd and 2. This one is caught by Reed. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. In motion, it's Waddle. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Right side, it's complete. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. A run with Dobbins. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Jaden Reed was the intended target. And third down coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Eagles going to send their field goal unit out. This will be from 42 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. And he'll take this to about the 28. Rodney Thomas, the safety, stops him there. Second down and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Now, faking the give. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
On the return is Tucker. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They'll come up here first and 10. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he's going to have the first down yardage. The stop made at the 31, but a new set of downs. First down picked up. On the ground, here's Dobbins. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. He'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he's going to have the Eagles first down as the defense cannot come up with the big play there. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 2. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And not much there. Down to about the 13. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try to... He is in. Touchdown, Eagles. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The PAT, up and good. And the Eagles are out to a 10-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing now from the gun. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they'll mark them down just shy of the 40.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Sending it deep for Waddle. That's caught. And he will score. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The extra point is up and through. And the Eagles move further out in front. It is now 17-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive, as they'll begin here with 1st down. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll get this out to the left flat, and it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Going to try to pick up the 1st down with his own read. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Eagles offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this one to Tucker. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look. The ball comes out. Oh, he gets it right back. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Perhaps he didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Let's go. Let's go. The man in motion is Watson. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
The man in motion is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Cleveland Ferrell, former 4th overall pick of the Raiders, gets in there for the sack. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Dobbins. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. 3rd and long. To throw is Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here's Jack Fox now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. A tight end in motion now. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. That's caught left side by Ingram. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. 3rd and a yard. They'll motion over Samuel. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They'll look to throw yet again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Back to the air one more time. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Wide open is the tight end. He's got this one. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll take it on in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens try to climb back into this one. It's now 24-7. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. This is taken in at the goal line. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports halftime report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. Mac Jones sharp in the victory as his guys find the win column for just the second time all year. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. DeAndre Swift, a touchdown run in the victory. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week on Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And an Eagle first down.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Now a give on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field. And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
It's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 8.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. Ravens bring their punt team out. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll look to throw. Taking off. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll try zone read on first and goal to the 5-yard line.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had to run it.
He slams it in there, and he is in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Eagles offense and their running back set to go once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll motion over Samuel. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on 4th down. from the 50. He'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. They bring a tight end in motion left. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll turn and hand this one off. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Samuel has it on the slant. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. The man in motion is Watson. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense. The quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
The visitors' offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll try to get this one on the ground. On 4th down, out comes the punter, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll motion a tight end right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this throw batted away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll look to throw yet again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Slot man in motion left. Back to the air one more time. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much room to speak of there. He'll get this one only to about the 3. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A run with Dobbins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Handoff here, up the middle. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Philadelphia.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Dobbins. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. A gain of 16 yards. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Man in motion here is Tucker. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. That is now 6 consecutive victories. They are making it look easy out there as they continue their winning ways. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, we wish you a terrific night.